continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The throw complete here to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Good throw here, finding Pascal. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Rivers. And caught by Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Zach Pascal. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Rigoberto.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
These two teams all tied after one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Gonna get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It'll be a gain second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The tackle made by...
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
And at the 11-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
4-yard line.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And out of the backfield gets in for the score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. The interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, this is McCaffrey. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
5-yard gain.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So he caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's good.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Khari Willis able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard.
At the Colts' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Stepping up, he'll try and run. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner,
1 yard on
most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Look at the big man rolling. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
4-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Down by Carl Nassib.
Throwing, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Colts.
Rivers on first down, fighting Hilton on his sled. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 32-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 20. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw his car. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 76 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Raiders 32, Colts 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 7. First down, Indy. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. and he did on that play.
The first down throw here for Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rivers to Hilton there, 1st down Indy. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Carr completes it, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
A loss of 10 yards on the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is Carr. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, The head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
From the 17, Rivers, middle of the field. He finds Pascal. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Colts first down.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. He completes it to Henry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Geis. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The Colts on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
At the 5-yard.
Carr to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 46, Colts 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target.
And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second and goal. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any time.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. Here we go with Geis. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
it's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Las Vegas.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Carr now to throw.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
Trying to get to Rose, makes it intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory,
it's a foot race. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 57 yards. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On the ground, it's Geis. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Today's final score.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile for Indianapolis, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.